Hello everyone, in this video we're going to talk about the distributive property and how to use it. So first of all, what is the distributive property? Well, we can think about the word distribute. What does that mean? It means to like give out, right? Or to, if I had 4 people in front of me and I wanted to distribute something to them, I would give whatever I have to each of them, right? So if we look here, we can see a couple examples with just variables. We can see if I had A times a sum of B plus C, then we can distribute the A to the B and to the C. So it becomes A times B plus A times C. The same thing works if I'm subtracting what's in parentheses there. So if I had A times B minus C, then we could distribute the A to the B and also to the C. So we would end up with A times B minus A times C. So that's the pattern, that's the distributive property that we're going to use in this video for 4 examples. All right, so let's look at number 1. Number 1 looks a little bit weird because we don't have a number outside the parentheses. Well, at least it doesn't look like we do, but actually we do. It's a -1, okay? So once again, we're going to distribute. So I'm going to distribute this negative to the x, so -1 times x would be -x, and then -1 times 8 would be -8. So we could say our answer now would be -x minus 8. All right, for number 2. We are now distributing a rational number or a fraction. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to distribute it to both the -3x and to the 9. So we just need to multiply here. So what's 2/3 times -3x? Well, it's a positive times a negative, so we know it's going to be negative. And 2/3 times 3, well, the 3 in the denominator of my fraction would cancel out with the 3 of my x variable, right? Or we think of it as 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So it's actually -2x. Plus, because we're doing 2/3 times 9, and now we could do 2 times 9 is 18, and 18 divided by 3 is 6. So it would become -2x plus 6. All right, number 3, we have actually 3 terms now in the parentheses. So we have 2 on the outside, and we have -3x minus 1 plus 8 on the inside. So we can distribute to all 3 terms like this. So 2 times -3x would be -6x, 2 times -1 would be -2, and 2 times 8 would be plus 16. But now notice we have 2 constants or 2 numbers that are like terms, and we can actually combine them. So we have -6x, and then we do -2 plus 16, and we end up with 14. So our simplified answer there would be -6x plus 14. Another way we could have done that, if I would have started by combining my 2 constants in the parentheses, we could do 2 and then in parentheses -3x plus 7, right? Because we would do -1 plus 8, which would be 7. Now if we distribute the 2, we would get -6x plus 14. So it's the same thing that we got here, just a different way to go about it, okay? And our last one, number 4. Now we have some decimals. So here we have 3.5x. But now notice our minus 1.5 is what is being distributed. So we're going to distribute a -1.5. So -1.5x. Now I have -1.5 times -10. So a negative times a negative is going to give me a positive. And 1.5 times 10 would be 15. Now I have like terms that are my linear terms, or the terms that have an x variable. So 3.5x minus 1.5x would just be 2x, and then we have our plus 15 at the end. Okay, and that is how you can use the distributive property.